if we'll only avoid any confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love it.
Hey guys, it's Virgos here, and this is a new Let's Play called The Coopers. So, this is kind of, well, I should introduce myself first. I'm Virgos, and I make videos on the internet. I am a Sims player. I've been playing The Sims for 6 years, 6 to 7 years, actually. My first Sims game was The Sims 3, and I love me some Sims, clearly, but and I like long walks on the beach, so take that as you will. And this is the Coopers. So the Coopers are kind of story driven, unlike Una or well, not as story driven as the Fosters, but more story driven than Una, or and it's not a challenge like the Ashcraft Legacy. So it's in the middle. If you don't like the randomness of Una or the story of Fostered, I have something for you. This is the Coopers, and she is just found out that her husband died. Her husband was a well-regarded and well-respected scientist, but he had an accident where he got electrocuted, and she was so excited to tell her husband that they were finally pregnant with their second child after Ingrid, but it didn't work out that way. Instead, it was his secretary and his lab assistant that answered the phone and told her that, "I'm sorry, Miss Cooper, but what's-his-face is dead." Not what's-his-face. Bradley is dead. So, I recorded this first part at least like 3 times. I'm not gonna lie. 3 times last month. So I don't really remember what happened, but things happened where Bradley kept on texting his daughter for a reason, and I think that Ingrid has some, special powers. And it happened to his mom, Elizabeth, too, but not as much as it did Ingrid. So Ingrid, can you do me a favor and practice the piano? Because I feel like instead of based on Ingrid's personality, she is a vegetarian, but I feel like she is more like she was a daddy's girl. She wasn't really, the big, she wasn't really like, her mom wasn't her favorite parent, but she's a lot like her mother than she thinks. That she doesn't get like sats, like to the point where she works more when she's sad than other people do. Like when I'm sad, I do not feel like doing anything. I cry. I cry and I listen to sad songs when I'm sad, and I write sometimes. But when the Cooper girls are sad, I realize that they clean and work and do that kind of stuff. But if you notice that Elizabeth doesn't have a job, she's a cat lover, cheerful, family oriented, and a collector. So she's a angling ace inspiration, because before Ingrid was born, she traveled the world as a marine biologist. I think she was a marine biologist, and Bradley was a scientist. And when she had Ingrid, she decided that traveling the world wasn't a good situation to bring up a child. So she's like, okay, I'm going to make this sacrifice and stop my career for a while and just wait until Ingrid is in her teens and could, and that kind of stuff, and not, and having a normal childhood, and give her a normal childhood before I do something else. So right now, she's more, before Bradley died, she did post on the internet talking about her, travels and that kind of stuff. Called a meal. I feel like they haven't had a pizza in like 7 years. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like Bradley was the cook, and Elizabeth. Wait, no. Yeah, Bradley was the cook, and go eat, please, child. Bradley was cook. That's what Bradley did in the house, and she was more of the cleaner than the cooker, and was the one that drove Ingrid to school, and did all that kind of stuff. But let's see. Let's do a picture. Of Sad. And I feel like Ingrid is because my dad passed when I was 4, and I had a hard time with it. I'm not gonna lie. Because like my mom always said, I always talked about him, and I thought heaven was a place that you can go to. Another qualm I have with religion, but let's not talk about that before we get demonetized, right? So Ingrid, she's just a small being, and she's still figuring herself out, and she's doesn't really realize. I feel like she understands death, and then, but she's like, Dad would want me not to, to be super sad about it, because I feel like Bradley was a very happy person. Not as happy as Elizabeth, because Elizabeth is cheerful, right? Yeah, she's cheerful, and Bradley was kind of spirited. Let's see. Bradley, where are you? He was outgoing and perfectionist and a foodie. Yeah, he was definitely a cook. But, I feel like they're, like, realistically, Elizabeth is about 30, in her early 30s, late 20s. And she's been married a good portion of her life, like 20 years or something like crazy like that. 20 years, that means that she would be 10 when they got married. Like, 18 years? Like, something like that. And been with Bradley since they were basically teenagers. So, without that person there, I feel like she's kind of feeling lost without her, without him. And Ingrid is probably, like, I feel like she already didn't see her mom in the best light, where what she actually is, a mom. I feel like she feels like, oh, why did you stop working kind of way? Clean up. I feel like Ingrid is like, okay, you weren't the best parent while Dad was alive, and you're still sucking. Stop screwing up. And you can see here, she was trying to cook, but she really couldn't. Like, she couldn't bring herself to. If you listen very closely, she's crying. And there's my mom, so I should answer that. And we're back, and I was trying to play through the night while I was at it, but things happened. She just got woken up by a bad dream. I'm gonna say that it's a bad dream, not the monster under the bed. And I feel like because her and her mom isn't on great terms, I don't feel like she would be like that kid that would go straight to mom, because I feel like she always went to dad. She would just sleep on the sofa. Like, low key, sleep on the sofa. I mean, high key, actually sleep on the sofa. Whatever. I'm a terrible person. I feel like, oh god, I'm just a meme at this point. I'm just a walking, talking meme. Just go downstairs and, you know, it's gonna be okay, young child. I promise. And, she's sound asleep. Well, she's having a bad nightmare too, so I think her nightmare probably has something to do with her father, probably. Because I think that she has some mystical genes. Wake up, go to the bathroom, and then start cooking for your daughter. Because I feel like she's probably like, okay, I need to get a handle on myself. I have a child now, and one on the way. And she's like, I don't want to move from here, but we might have to. I feel like her favorite meal was pancakes. Can I boot her skills? Boop her skill cheats, set skill. Where's cooking? Cooking? Let's bump it up to a 3. Well, let's do a 4. And let's do a 4 and let's see, cook. Do you get pancakes? Fuck. I really just want pancakes, but I think that she would just do scrambled eggs now. Yeah, eggs and toast. And I feel like Ingrid would pass a comment, well, it's not Dad's pancakes. And because I feel like she would be a little bit harder, Mom. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I don't know how I feel with Ingrid, you know, being a jerk to her mom. So she's crying over her. Well, your eggs are probably a little bit saltier, Ingrid, because your mom just cried in them. I'm sorry. This is a hard situation that they're going through, but please don't cry in my eggs. No one needs that. Oh, she's so sad. This is a sad child. Yes. I love the hint of shade in her eyes. Like, this is not Dad's pancakes. But you know what? Same. And I'm probably gonna pay through her day. Well, I think that she's probably gonna be like, okay, actually don't eat because you need to. No, you eat. You eat eggs. No. You need to eat the eggs and toast. But she needs to cook. She needs to make you, a sack lunch. I know she's probably like, okay, I need to be the best mother for Ingrid ever, because she probably knows that she wasn't the fan favorite of her daughter. And the sad thing is, they probably can't afford this house. Like, because they just moved here and her husband died. So she has no friends. Her family is out of the country. She is basically on her own. Her inheritance not inheritance. Her their money is freezed up for the moment. And there's nothing she can do about it right now. So she might lose this house. I'm not sure yet. If she can't, if she can't get a job that makes the monies. Put in inventory. Eat eggs and toast and kiss cheek. I think Ingrid, go upstairs, because for realism purposes, just go upstairs and get dressed and change. No. Get you can't do that, so just change outfit and put on. Is it? No, we can't. We actually can't. I don't feel like she'll be like, oh, I don't feel like going out. Change your outfit. Change outfit. 1. And just tab and give her a hug. Give her a hug. No, hug lovingly. And then console about death. And she's like, will we have enough money to stay here? I feel like, because right now, I think that Ingrid's about 9, 10-ish. She's like, will we have to move? Kind of way. Like, so she's becoming a teenager, right? And she understands things. She can understand a little bit, right? And but she still is kind of self-centered in a way, where it's like, okay, where she's like still in that stage where it's all about me kind of way, and everything surrounds about me. And I feel like that's happening too, but she's still, you know, alert in kind of way. You go. I feel like she's like, as soon as Ingrid said that, it's like, I need to get a job, and I need one now. AC Wentworth 877 cash now. I think she should do a thoughtful shower, and this is her, what's his face is old office, Bradley's old office, and she's probably like, I really don't want to go in here, but I need to. Ingrid, practice. I actually want to make her tutor. Because I feel like that tutor will be her, kind of her lifeline, like in a way. Because Ingrid is so, I wouldn't say estranged, but emotionally, she's not gonna get that deep with her mother. So I think that she would with her tutor. This reminds me of Death Note so much, but which one? Oh, I remember in my mom's old house we had well, my childhood home, because I lived in the same house since I was 4 years old. So we had these big French windows that went nowhere. I mean, French doors that went nowhere. And it's like, why are you there? Well, they're pretty, but, they serve no purpose. Go to school, go to school. Your mother trusts you to deal with all that stuff on your own. I'm so sorry. But we probably will not stay here forever, the house. Because, I don't feel like they're like, oh, we shouldn't pay for it outright, Even though this is, like, the biggest, best home in the area. Because I feel like the whole reason why they moved here is like, honey, I know that you miss the sea. Shaska, I know that you need this. Bradley was probably to her. And she's like, yeah, I really do. I miss the sea. Because I feel like they lived in, like, maybe Willow Creek kind of place. No. I feel like they lived in, Starlight Shores. Yeah. Where they have beaches and stuff, but it isn't Bridleton Bay. It's not that. So I feel like she's like, okay, I need to get serious, but I don't want to get a job that will totally take me away from my daughter. So I feel like she would be not due to social media stuff, public relations, social media. Yeah. I feel like public relations would be a good place for her. Because she's like, oh, this is the only job I can get, and it's only $16 an hour. So she's like, okay, I need to go fishing. I need to know if this is the right choice for me. Go fish. She's thinking about her child and crying. That's Ingrid got sick and threw up in front of a bunch of chairs. She's sitting her down. Do a thorough fact check. Make sure she doesn't get teased. Yay! Make friends, kid. And I know that was kind of because I got really quiet. It was like, okay, how am I going to do this string shot? Skunk? Oh, okay. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if we're going to lose the house. I'm pregnant. I don't want her to grow up like... I feel like Elizabeth grew up very poor, and I feel like she's scared for Elizabeth, yeah, I said her name right, Ingrid to grow up with the same challenges she did, because face it, if she stayed working and not stayed home, Ingrid wouldn't have had a stable home, but they wouldn't have been in the situation that we are in right now, where my timers went off, where she can't provide for her family, for Ingrid, and this new baby that she thought that Bradley would be here for. So it's a difficult situation, but we gotta talk about it next week, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for some, I think, is Ashcraft OC? No, it's Sims 3 all into one. I know you guys are gonna enjoy that. So see you guys later, and bye!
It's not